So this class will take up the meiosis. Meiosis, as we have already seen, it is the reductional cell division, right? So what do you mean by the reductional cell division? The number of chromosomes in the daughter cells as compared to the parent cells will be half in the number, right? In case of the mitosis, the number of chromosomes in the daughter cells as well as in the parent was equal. So we call it as the equational cell division. Now, in case of meiosis, the number of chromosomes in the daughter cells as compared to the parents will be reduced to the half. Hence, we call it as the reductional cell division. However, the meiosis usually takes place in the reproductive cells or the germinal cells. Now, the meiosis is exclusively happening in the sexually reproducing organisms. So, I had asked a question in the previous class whether mitosis meiosis takes place in the prokaryotes. So, I am sure that you have not found the answer for it. So, the mitosis and meiosis will not happen in the prokaryotes because for the mitosis or the meiosis to take place, there should be cell division occurring, right? There should be cell division occurring. But in case of prokaryotes, there is binary fission occurring. There won't be any kind of cell division. The cell division is not the actual cell division which we see in the sexually reproducing organism. It is a binary fission which is happening in the prokaryotes. Hence, the mitosis and meiosis will not be there in the prokaryotes. Okay. So now this meiosis is exclusively happening in the sexually reproducing organisms, and hence we say that it is only seen in the germinal cells. Okay. Now, meiosis, like mitosis, is divided into various phases. However, we have two sets of the division in case of the meiosis. Unlike the single set of division happening in the mitosis, we have two sets of divisions happening in the meiosis. So that is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Meiosis 1, meiosis 2. Now, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 both are been divided into phases again or the stages again. So, the meiosis 1, it has prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. Okay, prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1. And likewise, we have prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. After every telophase, there is an cytokinesis happening. Even after the telophase 1, there is a cytokinesis happening. Even after the telophase 2, there is an cytokinesis happening. But now, the complexity of the meiosis, we call the meiosis as a more complicated process as compared to the mitosis. Okay, as compared to the mitosis, meiosis is more complicated. This complexity of the meiosis is seen in the prophase 1 of the meiosis 1. Everything else is just like the mitosis. Okay, everything else is just like the mitosis. The complexity of the meiosis is only visible in the prophase 1. And that is why the prophase 1 has been divided into various substages or the subphases. So that is prophase 1 is divided into 5 subphases, which starts with the leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotene and dikinesis. So these are the 5 sub-stages of the prophase 1. Now, the difference between the mitosis and meiosis is In case of mitosis, there is no crossing over taking place or there is no recombination happening. In the meiosis, there is recombination or the crossing over taking place, and that crossing over is happening in these stages. The importance of studying these stages of the prophase 1 is the crossing over or the recombination. In each step, the cell prepares its chromosomes for the crossing over or the exchange of the genetic material. So that is the beauty of these 5 substages of the prophase 1. So clear? So we'll move to the stages one by one. Yes. So firstly, you can note it down later. So we will begin with the prophase 1 of the meiosis 1. Okay. So meiosis 1's prophase 1. Prophase 1. So as I said, the prophase 1 is divided into various substages, and among them the first one is the leptotene. The first one is the leptotene stage. So very often the leptotene stage is called as a bouquet stage. We call it as a bouquet stage. So why is it called as a bouquet stage? So we'll see it later. Okay. So plasma membrane, and then there is an nuclear membrane. Now, inside the nuclear membrane, we have the chromatin material, right? So, how is this chromatin material present? So, chromatin material is usually seen in an thin thread-like structure. It is usually seen like a thin thread-like structure. However, these thread-like structures are pointed towards the centrosomes or the centrioles in case of the animal cells. In the plant cells, we just see them as a thread-like structures, but in the animal cells, there are centrioles present, right? And those centrioles have duplicated during the S phase of the cell cycle, right? After this S phase only, we are taking up the meiosis. So S phase only, the centrioles have already duplicated. Now, those centrioles are there at some corner of the cell. Let us imagine we have the centrioles here, and this is an animal cell, and we have a pair of we have a pair of centrosomes because they have already duplicated, right? Now, the chromatin material, is usually pointing it is pointing towards the centrioles or the centrosomes. So, how many ever chromosomes are there? Let us imagine there are 46 chromosomes, only 23 pairs of chromosomes are there. All the 23 pairs will just be together and point towards the centrosomes or the centrioles. So now, when you see it completely, so it is as good as when you write all those, okay, when you write all those, it looks like it is a flower bouquet. Okay, it is a flower bouquet. So that is why it is usually called as a bouquet stage also. But however, for time being, I'm just taking 4 chromatids here. Okay, I'm just taking 4 chromatids. So this stage where the chromatin material has started to getting condensed. Okay, the chromatin material has started getting condensed is called as the leptotene stage. So leptotene stage alli agadenappa antandre condensation of the chromatin material has just begun. Okay, it is not completed. The condensation begins here. The condensation will begin here. So nothing else will take place in the leptotin stage, and these chromatin material will start appearing because of the condensation has begun. The chromatin material will start appearing under the microscopes. Okay, so that is the only thing which is happening in the leptotin stage of the prophase 1. The second stage, zygote. The second stage is the zygote. Now in the zygote, we still have the nuclear membrane present. So I'm just writing a bigger nucleus now. Okay. Now in the zygote stage, the chromosomes, especially the homologous chromosomes, will start moving towards each other. We call it as a pairing up of the homologous chromosomes. The major event which is happening here in the zygote is the pairing up of the homologous chromosomes. So now, what do you mean by the homologous chromosomes? What are homologous chromosomes? Same. What are homologous chromosomes? I say these are the homologous chromosomes. Now, what do you mean by this? Are they same in size? Are they same in structure? Or they are same in the gene locality? See, homologous chromosomes means, let us imagine we have a particular character or we have a particular gene of character height, okay, of the character height, tall or dwarf, anything it might be. So, the gene for the character height is present here, is present here. Now, if the gene for the character height on this chromosome is present here, we don't call them as a homologous chromosomes. We don't call them as the homologous chromosomes. The gene for the character height, if it is present again here only, then we call it as the homologous chromosomes. It means that homologous chromosomes are a pair of chromosomes wherein the genes will occupy the same locus or loci. Locus is the position of the gene, right? Locus is called as the positioning of the gene. So, the character height, ಈಗ character height ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಅದು ಈ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಲೋಕಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಈ ಜಾಗನ ಲೋಕಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲೋಕಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೈಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಓಕೆ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಜೀನ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಕಲರ್ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಕಲರ್ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ನೆಸ್ ಜೀನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಈ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಮೇಲೂ ಕಲರ್ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ನೆಸ್ ಜೀನ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. We call it as same loci or same locus anta kariತೀವಿ. So when the chromosomes are having the same locus for the genes, we call them as the homologous chromosomes. Okay, so likewise here the homologous chromosomes will start pairing up in the stage of the zygote. Okay, so now slightly the condensation is gradually happening. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿಗಿಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ. ಸೊ now this is one chromosome. Okay, the second chromosome is pairing up with this. The second chromosome is pairing up with this. This is one pair of the homologous chromosome. Now remember, this is happening after the S phase of the cell cycle. S phase ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, amount of DNA has been doubled, right? Amount of DNA has been doubled. So actually ಇದು ಹೆಂಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಇದು actually ಹಿಂಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಡಬಲಿಂಗ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನು ಡಬಲಿಂಗ್ ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ದ ಡಬಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೀನ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಟು chromatids for each chromosome. Okay, doubling ಇನ್ನು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ನು ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗಿಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ okay, so now this is called as These are called as bivalents. These are called as bivalents anta heltini. Each single one is called as a bivalent. Bivalent is two chromosomes. Whenever we have a pair of homologous chromosomes, we call them as the bivalent. So single chromosome is monovalent, two chromosomes are bivalent. Okay, so if there is one more chromosome, trivalent. If there is one more chromosome, tetravalents or polyvalents. Okay, so since we have two chromosomes now, we call them as a bivalent. This is one bivalent and this is one bivalent. However, this bivalent, this bivalent is also called as a tetrad. Okay, the bivalent is also called as a tetrad, but the tetrad is not actually seen in the zygote stage. We can only see it as a bivalent in the zygote stage. Next, when we go to the Patchett stage, there we will see the tetrad very clearly. Okay, bivalent stage is seen clearly in the zygote. Tetrad stage is seen in the next Patchett stage. So what is happening here in the zygote? In the leptotin, the condensation has begun. Okay, leptotin, the condensation has begun. In the zygote, pairing up of homologous chromosome. Now, when the chromosome pairs up like this, okay, when the chromosome pairs up like this is all happening in the nucleus, right? In the nucleus, there is nucleoplasm present, right? Nucleus ಒಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಏನಿದೆ? Nucleus ಒಳಗಡೆಗೆ nucleoplasm ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ಪೇರ್ ಅಪ್ ಆದಾಗ ಒಳಗಡೆಗೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಪ್ಲಾಸಮ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ 24/7. ಸೈಟೋಪ್ಲಾಸಮ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಪ್ಲಾಸಮ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. Now when they have paired, by any chance, because of the movement of the nucleoplasm, there are chances that these chromosomes can again get separated. Yes, there are many chances because nucleoplasm is continuously moving. Streaming of the nucleoplasm or streaming of the cytoplasm anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, ಅದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಪೇರಪ್ ಆಗಿರೋ homologous chromosomes ಆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಪ್ಲಾಸಮ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಎರಡು ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ? ರೈಟ್, ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಿಯಾಸಿಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಮಿಯಾಸಿಸ್ ನಿಂತು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇವೆರಡು ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ there is one complex called as synaptonymal complex. So synaptonymal complex will come and get attached between the two chromosomes of a homologous pair like this. Synaptonymal complex ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Synaptonymal complex ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಎರಡನ್ನು ಬೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಬೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇರುವಂತಹದ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಆದ್ರೂ, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಪ್ಲಾಸಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಎರಡು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ ಹೊರತು ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, so synaptonymal complex formation is also happening in the zygotine stage. Synaptonymal complex is formed. Next thing, what is happening? Bivalents are seen here. Bivalents are seen. Okay, so this is happening in the zygotine stage. Now, next coming to the Patchett stage. Coming to the Patchett stage. So again, the nuclear membrane. Okay, so nuclear membrane. Now, there is much more condensation of the chromosomes. ಇಲ್ಲಿಗಿಂತ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಗ್ರಾಜುಯಲಿ ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್. ರೈಟ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕಾಣಕ್ ಶುರು ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ದ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ have started appearing this way. Okay, now the chromosomes have started appearing properly this way. So this is C content of DNA, this is 2C content of DNA. Because double the content of DNA ತಾನೆ. S phase ಅಲ್ಲಿ doubling ಆಗಿದೆ. So ಆ doubling ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಆ doubling content ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ. So this is one thing. And then we have the second set. Okay, I'll write the second set a bit later. Now, what is happening here? In the Pachytene stage, okay, in the Pachytene stage, the crossing over is happening. Okay, Pachytene stage alli, the important event which is happening here is crossing over. What is the crossing over? Crossing over antandre, okay. So this is one chromosome, okay. This is one chromosome. Now I'll write it here. This is one chromosome. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 chromatids on one side. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chromatids on other side. Now, when you see 4 chromatids on one side, it is called as an tetrad. We call it as a tetrad. So here we could not see 4 chromatids on one side, right? It was only a bivalent chromosome, but however, it was already a tetrad, but tetrad, we were not able to see it. Now the tetrad is clearly visible, okay? So, when the tetrad has been formed, now the crossing over will begin. Crossing over will take place between the non-sister chromatids. The crossing over will take place between the non-sister chromatids. So, non-sister chromatids andre eno? Idu matte idu, these two are the sister chromatids. This and this are the sister chromatids. This and this are the sister chromatids. This and this are non-sister chromatids. Okay, they are non-sister chromatids. So the crossing over should take place between this or this or this or this or this or this or this and this. So crossing over will take place between the non-sister chromatids. Crossing over heng agate. So simply first thing is they first cross over like this. Erdu ee tara cross agate. ಓಕೆ ಎರಡು ಈ ತರ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೀ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಈ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೆಂಗಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ರೋಕನ್ ಡೌನ್ by an enzyme called as endonucleases. Okay. Similarly, this portion is broken down by the same enzyme called as endonucleases. Okay. The portions will get broken down. Endonucleases idna break down ಮಾಡಿ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ the enzyme called as ligases will come into picture. Ligase ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? Ligase ಈ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದು ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಎಂಡೋನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೇಸಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಕ್ರಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಓವರ್ ಹೆಂಗಾಗತ್ತೆ? endonucleases will break these are the ends, break the ends of chromatids. Ligase will join. So now this chromatid has the portion of this chromatid and this is having the portion of this chromatid. Got it? So illenaito, now if you just see it or if you just observe it, and here we have this. Clear? Now it is the crossing over. The crossing over, which is also called as the recombination. Okay. Now, apart from the endonucleases and the ligases, there is also one more enzyme which is involved in the recombination process. The enzyme is called as recombinase. Okay. recombinase is the enzyme which will facilitate the happening of the recombination process. So three enzymes which are involved here are, the first one is the recombinase, second one is endonucleases, and the third one is the ligase enzyme. Okay, clear? Huh? So now that after the Patcherton stage, that is after the crossing over has taken place, the meiosis is done. Meiosis ಏನು? Crossing over. Crossing over ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ. The next step of the meiosis ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? Cell division ಆಗಬೇಕು. Reductional cell division ಆಗಬೇಕು. Okay. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ crossing over ಆಯ್ತು. Clear with this? I'll wipe it off. Huh? Clear? Okay. Now after the crossing over has taken place, the next stage is fourth one, that is diplotin stage. The fourth one is the diplotin stage. So what happens here in the diplotin stage is, this is again the nuclear membrane. Okay. Now, after the crossing over, the chromosomes have to move apart. They have to move apart. However, while moving apart, this is all open, right? This is all open. So this will start moving apart first. But before moving apart, you should observe one thing. There is synaptonemal complex here. Synaptonemal complex ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ? Chromosomes ನ hold ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, will the synaptonemal complex leave for the separation? It will not leave for the separation, right? So the first thing happening here in the diplotin stage is the dissolution of the synaptonemal complex. Synaptonemal complex will dissolve. Synaptonemal complex dissolves. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕನೂ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿನಾಪ್ಟೋನಿಮಲ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸಿನಾಪ್ಟೋನಿಮಲ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್. Okay, but now the synaptonemal complex will start dissolving. Synaptonemal complex dissolve ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇದೇನಾಗತ್ತೆ? ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಕ್ ಶುರು ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಕ್ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ತವೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗಿದೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಹೌದಾ? ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೂವ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ನೌ ಸಿ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಲುಕ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್. So we have an exchange portion here. Okay. So they have started moving apart and there is no synaptonemal complex now. Okay. Move agide. But illenagide? Illi now it has held tightly. Okay. So previously hengittu? Just hingittu. Hingittu. Okay. Now move ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಎರಡು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಕಡೆದಷ್ಟೇ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಕಡೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ದಿಸ್ ಲುಕ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಶೇಪ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. It starts looking like an X-shaped structure. And now this X-shaped structure is called as chiasmata. The X-shaped structure is called as chiasmata. So next thing what is happening here is chiasmata formation. Okay, diplotin stage ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದೇನು? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು the synaptonemal complex dissolution ಆಗತ್ತೆ, dissolving of the synaptonemal complex. Next ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ? chiasmata formation ಆಗತ್ತೆ. Okay, now chiasmata formation ಆಗಿ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ however ಇದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇರಕ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಿಂಗೆ chiasmata formation ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇರಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. They have to break it open, right? So this breaking up of this is called as terminalization of the chiasmata ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, so ಇದು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ರೀಕಾಂಬಿನೇಸ್ ಎಂಜೈಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ರೀಕಾಂಬಿನೇಸ್ ಎಂಜೈಮ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಜಿಪ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಈಗ ಜಿಪ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಆ ತರ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ತರ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ chiasmata. Terminalization of the chiasmata will begin here. The terminalization of the chiasmata will begin here in the diplotin stage. So finally, when it comes to the diakinesis, okay, when it comes to the diakinesis, now what happens? Okay, now the actual prophase 1 ಏನೇನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, that will begin here. That is, the nuclear membrane will start disappearing. Okay, the nuclear membrane will disappear, the nucleolus will disappear, the cell organelles will all disappear. Cell organelles like the endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, everything will disappear. Nuclear membrane will disappear, nucleolus will disappear. Okay, and the chromosomes are fully condensed now. The chromosomes are fully condensed, and you can see a complete visible or a thick chromosomes like this. So this is how the chromosomes look like very clearly at the end of the prophase 1. Okay, and there is no nuclear membrane. So now nuclear membrane, nucleolus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, etc. will disappear. They all will disappear. Chromosomes are completely condensed. Chromosomes are completely condensed. Okay, clear with the prophase 1? Yes, the first stage of the first substage of the prophase 1 is the leptotin. And what happens in the leptotin? The first stage of the prophase 1 is leptotin, and in the leptotin the condensation of the chromosomes will begin. Okay, the second stage of the prophase 1 is the zygotin. In the zygotin, the pairing up of the homologous chromosomes, which is called as synapsis. Okay, the pairing up of the homologous chromosomes is called as synapsis will occur, and the synaptonemal complex is been formed, which holds the chromosomes together, and this will form the bivalent of the chromosomes. Okay, then in the Pachetine stage, the crossing over will begin. For the crossing over to take place, endonucleases enzyme and the ligase enzyme have to function here. The endonucleases will break the chromosome, the ligase will join the chromosomes. Okay, so after the crossing over has taken place in the Pachetine stage, now the diplotin stage will begin, where the synaptonemal complex will dissolve and the chromosomes will start moving apart, and this leads to the formation of a X-shaped structure called as the chiasmata. And soon the terminalization of the chiasmata will begin here in the diplotin stage. Then coming to the dikinesis, completely the chromosome or the chiasmata is been terminalized, and the nuclear membrane, nucleolus, and the cell organelles like the endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex will all start disappearing, or they will disappear by the end of the prophase 1. Clear? Huh? Okay, note it down. So metaphase 1. We have completed the prophase, and at the end of the prophase we had seen that the crossing over was, or the chiasmata was terminalized, and the nuclear membrane, nucleolus, as well as the cell organelles had disappeared, right? So now in the metaphase, like we had seen in the case of the mitosis, okay, like we had seen in the case of the mitosis, in case of the meiosis also, the chromosomes will align at the center. Okay, along with the chromosomes aligning at the center, the meiotic apparatus will also start getting formed. So meiotic apparatus means, so here in case of the animal cells, the aster rays are being formed. Okay, and then the spindle fibers. The spindle fibers. So aster rays along with the spindle fibers, we call it as the mitotic apparatus in mitosis, meiotic apparatus in the meiosis. Okay. Now, alignment of the chromosomes will begin. The alignment of the chromosomes will take place at the center, which we call it as the equatorial plate. Fine. However, now in case of the meiosis, the alignment will happen in such a way, two chromosomes, okay, the pair of the chromosomes, that is the homologous chromosomes, will be situated one below the other. So there are no chances that if this is one chromosome, this is a one chromosome. If there are two homologous chromosomes, so these two chromosomes cannot get aligned like this. They have to get aligned like this. So the pair of, if we have 46 chromosomes, that is 23 pairs. Now we will be having 23 pairs like this. One pair, two pair, three pair, four pair, five pair, 23 pairs like this. Okay. And all these pairs are homologous chromosomes only. So now we had one pair of the homologous chromosome at the end we had taken, right? Though we started with two pairs of the homologous chromosomes, we ended with one pair of the homologous chromosomes. So now we will write one pair of the homologous chromosome here. So always remember the centromere or the kinetochore. Kinetochores are attached to the spindle fibers. Okay. So I'll write the bit below. So now we have so this is the first chromosome. Okay, this is the first chromosome, or we'll write it at the center. Let's write it at the center only better. Okay. So this is the first chromosome here. Okay, and then we have the second chromosome here. Okay, so both sides they are being attached to the spindle fibers. Both the sides they are attached to the spindle fibers. Now this we call it as the metaphasic plate or the equatorial plate. Okay. So in the metaphase 1 of the meiosis 1, the chromosomes or the homologous pair of chromosomes will align at the metaphasic plate one below the other. Okay, one below the other, and the kinetochores will be attached to the spindle fibers. Or many a times in the question paper, the kinetochores are attached to spindle fibers ಅನ್ನೋ ಬದಲು they give the kinetochores are attached to, I mean, the one of the following ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ spindle fibers ಇರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Okay, in that case you have to choose the microtubules as the answer. Okay, because the spindle fibers are nothing but the microtubules. The spindle fibers are made up of the microtubules. The kinetochores can be attached to the microtubules or they can be attached to the spindle fibers. Okay. Now, after the metaphase 1, now comes the anaphase 1. Okay. Now in the anaphase, there is first the elongation of the cell. Elongation of the cell will begin and the shortening of the spindle fibers will take place. Shortening of the spindle fibers andre eno, so illiro spindle fibers shorten agak shuru agutte, the length will start going up. So in that case what happens, when they are being shortened, these centromeres will also be pulled like this. Okay, the centromeres will also be pulled like this, so the chromosome will also go up. Now what happens here? There is shortening of the spindle fibers. However, from a pair of these chromosomes, okay, from a pair of these chromosomes, one will go on one side, one will come on one side. So now this one, so we have one chromosome on one side, okay, one chromosome on one side, and we have another chromosome on another side. So now the thing which you have to observe is, where does the actual meiosis takes place? Okay, where does the actual meiosis takes place? That is in the anaphase 1. Anaphase 1, the actual meiosis takes place. Meiosis is what? Reductional cell division. The chromosome number should get reduced to half. So initially we had 2 chromosomes here. Now if you see, the chromosome has been separated, one on one side and one on another side. So the actual place where the reductional cell division, or the actual stage where the reductional cell division takes place in the meiosis, is the anaphase 1. So if there is a question, okay, at the beginning of the meiosis, there were 12 chromosomes. By the initiation of the anaphase, how many chromosomes are there? By the initiation of the anaphase 1, how many chromosomes are there? It is only 12. If they ask by the end of the anaphase 1, how many chromosomes will stay in one cell? It is 6. Okay, the reductional cell division will take place by the end of the anaphase 1. Okay, so now after the anaphase 1, we have telophase 1. We have telophase 1. So for the telophase 1, there is a small depression already happening if it is an animal cell. Okay, if it is a plant cell, there won't be any depression happening, but a small part of a Golgi complex will start getting accumulated at the center if it is the plant cell. If it is an animal cell, there is a small depression which is happening in the cell. Fine. And then in the telophase, whatever has happened in the prophase, okay, that will start reversing here. So the nuclear membrane will reappear. The nuclear membrane will reappear. The nucleolus will reappear. And now we have, here we have one chromosome, here we have one chromosome. But the chromosomes have double the content of DNA. Okay, the chromosomes have 2C content of DNA here. 2C content is not yet been split. The content of the DNA is same. The number of chromosomes have reduced. Okay, so it is just like this, and with a small, yes, and then here also we have it like this. Okay, by the end of the telophase, this is what we see. So after the telophase, we have cytokinesis 1. So if it is an plant cell, a small amount of phragmoplast will now come here and get situated at the center, and it starts the centrifugal. Growth. That is, it starts growing towards the outer side and finally forms two daughter cells with reduced number of chromosomes but double the content of DNA. With the reduced number of chromosomes and double the content of the DNA. So here So here we have 2C content of DNA. Okay. reduced number of chromosomes are present here, first point. And second point is we have double the content of DNA. We have double the content of DNA. Okay, clear? Huh? So metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1 and cytokinesis 1. Take it down. So meiosis 2. Once the meiosis 1 completes and we get the 2 daughter cells, now the meiosis 2 will begin with the 2 daughter cells again. Okay, by the end of the meiosis 1 we had 2 daughter cells. So meiosis 2 will begin with those 2 daughter cells which we got at the end of the meiosis 1. Okay, so here also we have prophase 1, prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and the telophase 2. So we'll first begin with the prophase 2. So what happens in the prophase 2? Same, just like we had seen it in the mitosis. So in the prophase 2, the nuclear membrane will start disintegrating. So earlier the nuclear membrane was like this. In the daughter cells which we had obtained, the nuclear membrane was like this. So now what happens? The disintegration of the nuclear membrane will begin. So it begins here, okay, it begins here, however, like this, but it ends by the beginning of the metaphase. By the beginning of the metaphase, the nuclear membrane will completely disappear. So disintegration of the nuclear membrane, the nucleolus has disappeared and the endoplasmic reticulum Golgi complex has also been disappeared. Now, the most important thing which is happening here is the condensation of the chromatin material. The condensation of the chromatin material, how does that begin? So, here we have the thickened form of the chromosome will start begin here with the small exchanged part, and here we have it like this. Okay, so condensation of the chromosomes will begin here in the prophase 2 of the meiosis 2. Next, after the prophase, now we have metaphase. In the metaphase, the chromosomes, the chromosomes are completely condensed, and now we can see the chromosomes here. So remember, the chromosomes have double the content of the DNA, but there are only single chromosomes, right? So double the content of the DNA with the exchanged material, Similarly, here also we have with the exchange material, right? Along with this, in the metaphase, we also see the asterase and the spindle fiber formation. Spindle fibers formation. So, meiotic apparatus is also been formed here. Okay. The chromosomes have aligned at the center at the metaphasic plate or the equatorial plate. Okay. Then, in case of the anaphase. So, till now we have double the content of the DNA only. We have double content of the DNA up to the cell has reached the anaphase. Now in the anaphase, here the double the content of DNA is going to split. Okay. So shortening of the spindle fibers will take place. So when the shortening of spindle fibers takes place like this, the chromosome will start splitting along the centromere. Along the centromere, the chromosomes will start splitting. So this will start getting splitted like this, and this will start getting splitted like this along the centromere. So when it splits now, this particular chromosome here, this half will split on this side, this half will split on this side, and the another half, okay, another half is going to split on this side. Okay, similarly now this half is going to split on this side, and another half is going to split on this side, on this side. Okay, so now the double the content of DNA is been splitted back into the original content of the DNA. So initially when the cell cycle had begun, in the parent cell it was only C content of DNA, right? After the S phase of the cell cycle, 2C content of DNA had come. So now it is originally back to the C content of the DNA. Okay, so now after the anaphase we have telophase 2. Anaphase 2, metaphase 2, and then the telophase 2. So here in the telophase, so this one cell will get a depression like this, and the second cell will also get a depression like this. Okay, so now exactly opposite to what has happened in the prophase, that is the nuclear membrane will reappear. The nuclear membrane will reappear, nucleolus will reappear, and the cell organelles like the Golgi complex and endoplasmic reticulum all will reappear. Okay, and now if you see here, this is split into two. So now we have only just one chromosome here, and then we have the exchanged chromosome here, and then here there is one chromosome, and here the mute or the recombined chromosome is present here. Okay, so now finally we have cytokinesis 2. So cytokinesis 2, in case of plant cell it is centrifugal separation or centrifugal growth, and in case of the animal cell it is centripetal growth, and finally we get to see 2, 3 and 4 daughter cells. We get to see 4 daughter cells. Okay, clear? So now all these 4 daughter cells, okay, all these 4 daughter cells, they have n number of chromosomes. They have n number of chromosomes. Initially we started it with the diploid, right? Initially we started it with the diploid, 2n. But where did it get reduced to n? It got reduced to n in the anaphase 1, right? It got reduced to n in the anaphase 1 only. So meiosis is not happening by the end here. The meiosis has happened in the anaphase 1 only. Okay? Clear? Huh? Slow it down.